Welcome back to another WhoScored.com Premier League preview. The international break is over and club football is back. And Ben and I are here to preview, in particular, Liverpool versus Chelsea. I'm sure you're as happy as me, Ben, to have club football back. What did you make? Well, let's focus on England. I know you're not a massive England fan, but what did you make of the appointment of Tuchel and, well, their relatively disappointing break?
I mean, the fact that Tuchel was apparently done on the 8th of October before England played Greece meant Lee Carzy was kind of just like, yeah, you know what, I'm going to put all the attackers on the pitch and see what happens against Greece. I think Tuchel was a really good appointment. Obviously, if you can't get Pep, who's the best of the best, you go for the one that's absolutely brilliant in knockout football. He's obviously got his contract until after the World Cup, and England have to get to the World Cup first, which is pretty likely. But I can't really think of a better manager than Tuchel. He has this weird obsession with England players. So you're going to see Mason Mount, injury permitting, Sterling, minutes permitting, Dyer, minutes permitting, potentially coming back. But I can't really think of a better appointment for England.
Yeah, I'm very happy with it too. As a big England fan, I think he's, as you said, apart from Pep, he's the best option. So I'm happy that England have gone down that route. Nice segue then, because I didn't really mean to start on England. I wanted to just go straight into Liverpool and Chelsea. Is obviously Tuchel has managed Chelsea, and during that time in those games against Liverpool, it feels like the two teams played draw after draw and barely scored any goals. Now I don't want to tell viewers that this is going to be a bit of a damp squib and a rubbish game. So what have you got in rebuttal to tell me that there's going to be lots of goals and this is going to be an exciting clash, Ben?
I think the fact that there's two new managers, I know that's obviously, easy to delve into, but Maresca has kind of surpassed expectations in his opening weeks as Chelsea manager. I don't think many sort of foresaw Chelsea being as high as they are in the league when he came in. He just seems to throw more caution to the wind than previous Chelsea managers. And Arne Slot has worked wonders as well since he's come in. He's obviously changed that 4-3-3 setup to more of a 4-2-3-1. Trent gets forward a bit more because there's more space for him to move into. So Boslai's playing closer to the striker. And I feel like, whereas we've seen ball draw after ball draw with, the Benitez Mourinho era, this feels like one that could be a really open, expansive game with plenty of goals. I mean, you watch now, it'll be the most boring 0-0 draw. So welcome back domestic football. But this is one that I'm actually really, really excited about, when previously I would have seen this and been like, oh, not again. Like, we see this every week pretty much, and it's always 0-0, 1-1. But yeah, I'm really excited for this one.
Yeah, me too. I actually said on another show that I think there's going to be loads of goals here. So I'm hoping it is more on that side than the 0-0s, 1-1s that we have seen in the past. And obviously, team selection, there are a few potential or definite absentees for both sides here, which may lend themselves to more goals. And the first one that we'll discuss is Kelleher coming in for Alisson. Do you think this is his last chance, really, to put, his last claim on being or becoming Liverpool's number one, if and when Alisson leaves? Because I know they're looking, or rumours are suggesting they're looking to replace Alisson in the summer or maybe even January if that becomes necessary. What do you make of that?
Yeah, I mean, when Kelleher came in last season, he was unbelievable. You sort of forgot about Alisson. Alisson obviously comes back in. He's one of the world's best goalkeepers, if the best goalkeeper. Mamardashvili is coming in next summer, and Kelleher's out of contract in 2026. With Alisson out till after the November international break, there are plenty of games for Kelleher to really consolidate that starting spot. It does feel like it's his final chance, unless Alisson again picks up another injury later in the season. But you can't really blame Kelleher for not wanting to stick around. He's 26 now. He's wanting regular first team football after that prolonged taste of it last season, and you can't really blame him. Liverpool got Mamardashvili coming in, as I said. So this does feel like his final chance to be able to consolidate that starting spot. And if Liverpool do want to cash in Alisson, they do have two young, top quality goalkeepers to replace him.
Yeah, for sure. And as you say, he did a pretty good job of coming in for Alisson previously. So, yeah, I don't know if him coming in against Chelsea is going to really impact the scoreline or have any sort of negative effect on Liverpool because he
Well,
was so impressive.
You never guess his best rate performance who it came against.
I'm going to guess Chelsea.
Yeah, it was in the Carabao Cup final last season. He got a 8.55. So it's not an unfamiliar situation with Kelleher. He's coming before. He came against Bournemouth. He did really well. And this just, it won't be a change of plan for Liverpool. It's just going to be one top quality goalkeeper replacing another top quality goalkeeper. Yeah,
for sure. Chelsea, on the other hand, though, they will have to make changes with Fofana and Cucurella banned and Colwill doubtful. It could be all change in their back four. How big of a blow do you think, particularly for Fofana and Cucurella, who are confirmed to be out through suspension? How big of a blow do you think their omissions are for Chelsea?
I mean, I wouldn't have thought. I mean, previously I wouldn't have mentioned Cucurella being a big blow for Chelsea, but he's been really good in the last sort of leading up to the Euros last summer. Was really good for Spain at the Euros, and I think he's going to be a huge absence down that left. Ben Chilwell has been really out of favour under Maresca, who made that perfectly clear in the summer. And it's likely that Renato Vega comes in. He's only made one Premier League start, and that was in central midfield. So that's going to be a big blow. I think they do have the relevant cover for Fofana at centre-back with Axel Disasi. They've obviously fared well in the past without Fofana there, given his injury issues. I think Cucurella is probably the bigger blow there.
Yeah, I'd probably agree. Interesting to see what happens with Colwill. I know he's doubtful, but I would think that they would be very, very keen to get him back, particularly for this game. Because
they've got Reece James back as well, back in training, so he could be back in. So it could be for whole new defence. I might put Jorgensen in goal as well, just to mix it up.
Yeah, why not? Right, let's talk about Jadon Sancho though. And I have been very impressed with Jadon Sancho, as I imagine you have been too. He's made 3 Premier League starts for Chelsea so far this season and notched 3 assists, which is pretty great when you consider the form he was in at Man United. And he's actually Chelsea's 3rd highest rated player in the Premier League this season with 7.32. What do you make of his start at Chelsea, and do you think he just sort of needed the new lease of life to really show his talents?
I think Maresca's system really suits him. You saw how he did with Leicester with Mamardashvili and Fatawu last season. He relied on the wingers to kind of remain wide, express themselves, and run at defenders. And I think this really suits Sancho, be it down the right or down the left. And I can't say I'm surprised that he's made such an impressive impact following his Chelsea move. And I think in the long run, they're going to be getting him for, I think it's 25 million?
Yeah,
it's the obligation. And that's going to be a really good deal for them further down the line. I just think he needed that new lease of life, as a number of Manchester United players previously did. I mean, De Gea's shining at Fiorentina, Scott McTominay shining with Napoli, and now Sancho shining at Chelsea. And it's just, it shows just how a changing situation with a player can really bring them back out of their shell and get them back to playing the best football. But Maresca's system really suits him. As I said, he's free to express himself down that left, run at defenders, and put those chances into the box, which is clearly having the right impact for Chelsea. Yeah,
you're spot on. I think he's proving yet again that the general feel at Manchester United is that players aren't able to express themselves and aren't reaching their potential, because we all know the potential that Sancho had at Dortmund, or even before that, he was showing it. They had it in abundance, and comes to Man United and sort of, definitely doesn't reach the potential. But now he is sort of showing the kind of player that he can be. So I wish him all the best, really, because I thought, as I say, at Dortmund, he looked like he was going to be a star. So hopefully he can go and be that. Right, that's everything we've got down for before the score predictions, Ben. So I'll let you go first.
I know we talked about there haven't been many goals in the past, but I think that's going to go against the rule this time. I think it's going to be a 2-2 draw.
That's very nice, because I am also predicting goals. So hopefully we don't come back next week and both of our predictions are wildly off. I actually fancy
a 10-0 draw. 10-0 draw then for you.
10-0 draw, yeah. Yeah, that would be nice. I actually fancy a slight Liverpool win. So I'm going for 3-2 to Liverpool. So lots of goals, but I think Liverpool edge it. I actually was just looking at WhoScored match preview. Liverpool, well, it doesn't really matter which team you put first here, but 8 of the last 9 matches against with these two teams, God, I can't speak, have ended in a draw. So yours is
that's
looking
inside
more
90
like,
minutes as well. So that includes obviously the cup games and the Carabao Cup final where Van Dijk scored in the 118th minute. So inside 90 minutes, I'd say the last 9 have been draws, which is history might repeat itself.
Yeah, perfect for your prediction. I actually also looked at Oddschecker 3-2. My prediction is 18-1 best price, and the short is 12-1. So on its own, if you fancy that score prediction, that feels like decent value to me. Obviously, worth saying here, if you are betting or placing any bet builders or anything similar, please do so responsibly, because now we are going to talk about our bet builders. And I think Ben has, one, found loads of value, and two, has a really nice long-ish odds bet builder for us. So take it away, Ben.
Yeah, so as we mentioned, Dan, we've got the draw in there, which I'm really fancying. 8 of the last 9 inside 90 minutes have been draws. This is 8 of the last 9. Sorry, my screen just reloaded for some reason. It really threw me off. 8 of the last 9 have been in draws, so I think a draw here. Luis Diaz has started really well for Liverpool this season. I think he's got his 5 goals this season. 3 of those have come in 3 home appearances, so I think Luis Diaz has scored any time. And I've got Renato Vega to be shown a card. I think he'll start at left back on Sunday. He's also been booked on his only Premier League start this season, and he'll be up against Mohamed Salah. So a draw, Luis Diaz to score any time, and Renato Vega to be shown a card. Best odds of 40-1 on the Bet Builder tool. That's with BetMGM, Bet365, and Unibet, but as short as 20-1. So a double your money stake on that one. So definitely worth checking out the Bet Builder tool to get the best odds.
Yeah, for sure. That's wild that it's literally double. You don't want to be placing that at 20-1, knowing that you could literally get double the odds elsewhere, and all you need to do is spend less than 2 seconds on WhoScored.com to find out that value. I will quickly read out mine. Much shorter odds, but still a tiny bit of value from using the WhoScored.com Bet Builder tool. I'm going for goals, as I've mentioned a couple of times already on this show. I'm going with over 2.5 goals as the start point for this. 4-1 here. Well, when I say here, when these teams last met at Anfield. And Chelsea have not struggled to score this season. They are second highest scorers in the league with 16 goals. That said, Liverpool's defence has been pretty tight. I think they've only conceded twice this season. Chelsea, if anyone, are the team that could break them down. So over 2.5 goals for me. I've gone for a scorer now because, as I say, there's going to be goals. Someone's going to need to score them. And I've gone with Nicholas Jackson anytime. 4 goals in the league for him so far. He's amounted the most XG of any Chelsea player with just over 5. I imagine he's going to get chances, and he's been pretty clinical this season, much improved on last season, I think. So I'm backing him to get on the score sheet. And then I couldn't really look at this game and leave out any sort of Salah leg. So I've had to put in Mo Salah over 0.5 shots on target. Only Haaland is averaging more shots on target per game than Salah's 2.1. I feel like whenever I talk about Liverpool, I need to talk about Salah because he's so good. And if this is to be his last season at Anfield, he's going to want to go out with a bang. And a game against Chelsea is a perfect opportunity to do that. This bet is best price 5-1 with also BetMGM. So they're best price on both of our bets here, but as short as 37-10. So a little bit of value, not quite double, but enough to make it worth using the WhoScored.com Bet Builder tool. As we've mentioned, really easy to use and is available on every match center for every game. So go check it out, have a play around. You won't be disappointed when you find value, much like Ben's double the value. Super easy to use and definitely worth doing so. That brings us to a close for this week's episode. Please do enjoy the weekend's football and particularly Liverpool-Chelsea. Bet responsibly, and as I say, enjoy it. Catch you later.